Now I want to share with you a little bit about what's new over the past year. And I know that a lot of you know or knew that we were building a new building on the grounds, and this is it. We had some problems when the construction finished, but in May of this last year, we were finally able to get into our new building, and so we're thrilled with that. This now houses all of our clinical areas. We have 8 exam rooms on the second floor for medicine, dentistry, surgery, eye care, and we have space because we're optimists and we know we're going to have more physicians in the future, so we have more space for those people who are just waiting to come help us in San Lorenzo. And most of the first floor is dedicated to surgery. There's a new operating room, a new recovery room, and the other laundry, sterilization areas that we need. This is the new operating room, and as with all of our new clinical areas, it's a bigger space and much more comfortable. And I think that space is like money. You use all you have and you always want more. And so we do have a lot more space here, but it's not very difficult to find things to use all of those spaces for. And you can see this is a lot bigger than our old operating room. We can operate 2 tables at a time if we need to. And just to remind you, this is our old operating room. So you can see the change. Well, that's our new one. So we're thrilled with the new space. And this is in May of last year when we inaugurated the new operating room. And for those of you who know them, that's Jeff Randolph and Jeff Justice who were there to help us open up the new place. The other thing that's new for us over the past few months, we have a relationship with one of the local churches in town, and that church was built out of fairly flimsy material and was basically falling down, and so they tore it down. And until they have the funds to build a new facility for the church, they've been meeting in our ministry area. And so all of their services and meetings are now happening on clinic property. And that's been exciting for us. This is our pastor, Germán Campos. And it's really been a blessing for us because there really wasn't, we're kind of just at the edge of town, and there wasn't a church in that part of town. So there's a lot of people who didn't go to church before or who didn't know Christ from around the clinic area who are coming to church here. And we also have several patients who come to know the Lord in the clinic that the girls invite who are also coming to our services at the clinic. This is just our praise and worship time. And this is the lady in white is Magali, who's the pastor's wife, and she's also seminary trained. We're blessed to have almost as many children in church as we do adults, and this is just a small portion of them. And one of our employees, Angelita, who doesn't live very close to the clinic, brings all these children from her neighborhood to church, and people she doesn't even know, people will come out of their house and say, aren't you the Sunday school lady? She says, yes, and they take my kids to church, will ya? And so she started off with 1 taxi load of kids, and now she needs 3 because all the kids in the neighborhood, and she's kind of become a surrogate mother to some of these kids. Part of it's kind of sad in a way because I think some of the kids, they get more attention and more love from Angelita than they get at home. But they love coming to church. I took Angelita home once, and one of the little girls ran out and said, where were you yesterday? We were supposed to go to church. And Angelita said, it's Wednesday. Church isn't till Sunday. But so they love coming. And when we're there with the car, we'll take the kids home after church. And so there they are, going home. This is just kind of the entrance to church around the back of the ministry area. And so we also have Sunday school at church, and the 2 children's Sunday school classes, one meets, that's the porch of the house, and the other one meets on the porch of the clinic building itself. And we recently had baptisms, and there's nothing like baptisms in a river. It's great. And that's just a part of the church body on the shore. And another young woman who was baptized that afternoon.